Today is March 30th, 2025. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what's going on. As I was telling you guys, I'm doing this in sections and parts and stuff like that. So this would be, I believe, part number 4. So currently we are in the process. Should be today would be the last soak. So I'm going to kind of guide you guys through what's going on. Bear with me. So we're using Berryman's B12, right? I'm doing 3 soaks. So that means 3 actual bottles. Yeah, 3 treatments. I'm doing 16 teaspoons. I'm using like a beaker, a glass beaker, because that stuff is almost like paint thinner in a sense. So you don't want that stuff to be in plastic. It'll just eat right through it. So just put 16 teaspoons in each one of the spark plug holes, so that they could go on the top of each piston. I'm having that soak in there for, I'm doing a 12-hour span on each one. They're actually doing a lot better than the 8-hour interval that I started at with. It just, to me, just seemed like it wasn't cleaning up as much. I see with the 12 it's actually much more better. It's cleaning it up and breaking up all that carbon. I didn't want to bore you guys with the pouring process and everything like that, so I'm just jumping forward in the process of what I was doing. Once again, after every single 12 hours that I'm doing, I'm going down to the crank and doing 5 rotations, and then repeating the process. So if I'll guide you through the steps. So first off, we're pouring on 16 teaspoons for each one, right? We wait the 12 hours. After the 12 hours, we come down to the crank, 5 rotations, right? Grab your funnel, drop it in there, 16 teaspoons again to each one. Wait another 12 hours, repeat the process. That's how I'm approaching this whole situation. Today should be the final one. Right now it's already, I think it's like 7 or 8 a.m. right now. So I already did the fill. So they're right now just sitting covered. I put shop towels, those blue ones that we get, in down each port, so I could concentrate more and like kind of baste it up some more faster, and it's not kind of fuming out, evaporating quickly. So I did that, and then I just threw on this like a pillow sham or whatever, put it over it. Once that's done, soaked up, I'm going to basically crank it over 5 more times, let that seep through. I'm gonna evacuate the system in the inside by like doing like a suction or vacuum everything out of it. At that point, I'm going to crank the motor several times without the spark plugs, without the coils, obviously. Just crank it up to take out as much of that carbon, literally buildup that is down there, up through probably like a t-shirt or something like this that I have. Put some weight over it so it doesn't go flying out. So I'm gonna probably use whatever I have around here inside the shop, cover it up so it stays down and it could just stay on the actual t-shirt or whatever I'm using. Once that's done and I'm liking that it's not coming out as black as much, like meaning the soot and the grit that is down there, and it starts kind of clearing over, that's when I'm going to dump out the oil and do a whole oil change, meaning filter, oil. I'm going to also, by the way, I'm going to do the valve cover gasket, just in case if it went to shit, and that was the reason why I was getting oil inside cylinder number 3 with that oil issue that was inside of there. So just a safer precaution, just doing a valve cover is cheap. So I just grabbed the gasket, install it, put it in there, bolt, torque, everything down to spec. After that, I will come back with you guys and do an actual physical start with new spark plugs and the coil packs installed once I'm starting up the vehicle and letting it idle just here in the garage for like about 15 minutes. Obviously, I'm going to just do that when I'm starting it with the oil that I currently have inside of here right now, before I basically dump out that oil and refresh new oil with filter and everything else. So stay tuned. I'm not going to put the valve cover gasket, the oil filter, nor the new oil yet. I'm going to first start it as is with everything that I have currently right now with it. Once I basically drain everything out, that's when I will basically do the valve cover gasket, the new oil filter, and new oil. Okay, that's the approach that I'm going with this, and I'll bring you guys with the journey and everything like that. Until then, if you like the content, you want to see more, remember, hit that like button down below.